Please stop. If you're going to talk about race, at least know what you're talking about. At least know what you're talking about. Well, tell me how much you know about being black.
Well, this isn't about being black. Democratic segregationists were all liberal Democrats. It is a lie that they were conservative Democrats.
Everybody was a segregationist, darling. And, you know, basically, everybody was. White people were. It didn't matter whether they were Republicans or not.
Ask you a question. The first
All right, that was our friend Ann Coulter weathering a very heavy storm of opposition earlier today during an intense interview on The View. Ann's brand new book, it's called Mugged, is now available in stores. She joins me in studio along with Fox News political analyst, our friend Juan Williams, who's in D.C. tonight. Did you get cursed at?
I didn't even notice it. I loved them so much for having me on. They're braver than anyone on MSNBC, and I am so glad I blew off my meeting with Netanyahu to be there.
You blew off your meeting with Netanyahu. Very nice of you.
Totally worth it. That was a fantastic interview because...
Did they call you eye candy?
No, they did not, but they were very nice to me. And Barbara Walters' question at the end was, you seem to write books that are against what everyone thinks, and the interview was actually really great because they believe all the myths which my book sets straight. I do massive amounts of research because lots of people believe lots of false things.
One of the things, Juan, that she does bring up that's absolutely true, that when you look at the civil rights movement, and I mean, you've written about this as well, and you look at, okay, where was Al Gore's father? You know, who did Lyndon Johnson count on to get the Civil Rights and Voting Rights Act passed? It seems like the narrative that is being pushed, I'll even say the president in his campaign this time, we're going to put you all back in chains, and Romney's a racist. An Obama Truth Team member in Virginia said, this is a false narrative about conservatives, that they're racist. I resent it. And it's not true. Al Gore's father voted against the Civil Rights Act. A former Klansman was the head of the Democratic Party in the Senate. So this is a false narrative. You agree?
There's lots of it that's false, and in fact, when I heard that Ann was accused of bull feathers, we'll say here this evening, I thought, you know what, Ann has some stake, because when I'm reading Ann's book, and as you said, Sean, I wrote Eyes on the Prize. I know a lot about the civil rights movement. I wrote a biography of Justice Marshall, and I got to tell you, Abraham Lincoln was a Republican, as Ann points out. When you look at Reconstruction, when you look at anti-lynching laws early in the part of the 20th century, again, Republicans were in the lead. Even in the course of the Civil Rights Act in '64, you had moderate Republicans. I don't know that they would exist today, but Jacob Javits and the like, who absolutely, without their support, you wouldn't have had a Civil Rights Act. So
then why do the Democrats?
But it was more than that.
Wait, hang on.
80% of Republicans voted for the '64 Civil Rights Act, the first Civil Rights Act ever pushed by a Democrat. Only 60% of Democrats did. I mean, even then.
Yeah, but they were the majority, and they were the majority.
And
right?
the
so
Democrats,
a bigger number of Democrats.
The Democrats who voted against the '64 Civil Rights Act, we act like that's the only one. That was the only one ever pushed by a Democrat, or the first one. The Democrats who voted against it voted against all Civil Rights Act. The Republicans who voted against it, like Barry Goldwater, they voted for all prior Civil Rights Acts. Barry
I want to get this question.
Desegregated department stores. It was a constitutional objection, which, by the way, please know, purist libertarianism never helped.
Why do the Democrats always play the race card? If you like Republicans, black churches are going to burn. Democratic Party ad, 1998. The James Byrd ad in 2000. Joe Biden.
About their history.
Well, what is it about this race card gets played every time, Juan, and it's being played right now by the Obama campaign?
Well, I disagree with you that it's being played by the Obama campaign.
Put you all back in chains. It's not playing the race card.
Something. Let me just say, Ann is on the right track. And when you mentioned, Sean, the James Byrd ad, despicable and an attempt to absolutely force black voters away from George W. Bush because he had done so well with black and Hispanic voters in Texas. The reason that I disagree with you about this Obama thing is I think that, when I hear about welfare president, food stamp president...
He's the food stamp president.
That's so ridiculous.
When he took office, 32 million Americans on food stamps, now 49 million.
Let me tell you, the only reason that Mitt Romney's in this race right now is white men and some older white seniors who are a little bit
What percentage of the black vote will go to Obama?
Yeah, that's true, but we're desperately trying to get the black vote. I mean, Republicans, It is a one-sided dislike here. Republicans have been trying, well, Republicans, all blacks were Republicans at one point, and it's always Republicans appealing to black voters.
We're on a hard break. We got to take a break. We'll come back. More with Ann and Juan as they respond to this insanity. Coming up next.
Everybody in Cleveland, no minority, get Obama phone. Keep Obama in